So let's get to it. Let's talk about this week. What did you think about your performance? Let's say first before we get into the nitty gritty.
I think my performance. This is gonna sound so weird, but I think I could have done a lot better. I had a catch in the back of the end zone that I really wanted to capitalize on to get us momentum going into halftime.
Yeah.
And then there was a couple routes that I could have done better on to give Jaron a possibility for me to be open. I made plays when my name was called, but I think I could have done better on my end.
Yeah, totally. I mean, how'd you feel scoring your first touchdown though?
It was lit, but it was like put it like this. You know when you get a gift at Christmas?
Yeah.
But you gotta open the rest of the gifts?
Yeah.
So you open that gift that you really want, but you know like your grandma's gonna give you a pair of socks.
Yeah.
Or like somebody's gonna give you something that you like, thank you. Like so it was like that gift that I really wanted, but I still had to focus on the game. So it was more like I was lit, but I wasn't really lit. I was more focused on getting back in the game for that next drive.
Yeah, I feel you completely. I think, first of all, I was hyped for you. I was like, oh yeah, 0 touchdown, It was long overdue, I believe him. But other than that, what do you think, how do you think the offense played? As, brutally honest, we know the score, what happened, but like for everybody out there, like how do you think it all went after getting to meet today and, watch the film?
I think the obvious people are going to be like, guys didn't run the ball well. Some guys didn't make plays on the back end to stretch the field. That's the obvious. That's like stuff that we can control, that's like not out of hand. Like we can double down on stuff like that. I think the biggest thing is now we really have to realize that it's a target on our back. Like we're still 19 in the country, so these teams that we're about to play, like Wyoming is a physical team. They're gonna bring their best. We're gonna play Arkansas. We can't look past Utah State. We have to play everybody week to week, and they're gonna give us our best. So I think the biggest thing, we may not have played our best, but I know for sure that we can do better. And I think the biggest thing is going into each week understanding that we have to play at a high level and a physical level to compete.
I feel that completely. Coming from the defensive end, they didn't do anything that we expected them not to do. They were going to go run down zone. They were going to throw the ball sparingly, and that's what they were going to do all night. And we watched the plays. You talked about scheme, we could talk about whatever it was, but it all came down to angles and tackling.
Yeah.
Like, we'd have them for a 1 yard gain, 2 yard gain, and 6 missed tackles later, and it'd be a 12-yard gain. Or they scored in 3 plays on their first drive, and we were shell-shocked, but we watched the 3 plays. We make 2 tackles, it's 3rd and 17.
Exactly.
And, it's a completely different ball game. But, at the end of the day, we got to look at it objectively. Like, we didn't play our best game, and I'd rather it happen week 3 than when we're coming down and we need a win at the end of the season to be able to go to a New Year's Six game. Because, we lost this week. There are other teams that lost, and at the end of the day, like, when it comes down to Stanford at the end of the season, like, there's going to be people that got to play in conference championship games. They get blown out. We get a spot. It is what it is from there. But, on a more lighthearted note, how did you think